Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Heroes with Cliff and Mike. This week we got a lot to talk about. It's been a while. Cliff?
Oh, it's been a long while. I can't wait to get into it. We got Mike Morgan on the panel tonight. I'm ready to talk some sports with him.
Man, let's get the show started.
Let's go.
Check it out now. Mike and Cliff taking the crown. Podcast kings ain't backing down. Brain and breeze, we run this town.
Mike with the wisdom got the facts.
There's like 12 things on the list today that we got to get through.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, first off, let's welcome our guest, Mike Morgan.
Mike, what's up, my man?
What's up, y'all?
He's a contributor to the show, hasn't been on for a while, so it's happy to have you back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Get to hear his insights on all these.
Yeah, we love Mike.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't pull any punches.
No
punches pulled.
Nope, there's no filter there. He's just gonna let you. He's gonna call it how he sees it.
Like so it's hard to make fun of some people because they're straightforward and they don't take the joke, and Mike's the one. Because if I mess with Mike, I'm like, Mike, you're special. He's like, you're fat. Like it just doesn't work. So I just stopped making fun of him now. I just pat him on his ass and tell him he's doing great squats.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
Oh Lord, is there a dream
Is it a
sequence?
flashback already? Mike, when was the last time you were on the show? God, it was early this year, like January, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that. Bowl season.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, it was bowl season. Yep.
yeah, we were sitting there.
There it is.
But we were back talking about women's sports back then.
Oh
That's
yeah,
when we had-
yeah, because that was our little clip about I like dominant women.
Oh God, this banger on TikTok. Hey, did you? First thing I want to talk about is, did you catch Pete Hegseth's speech to the journals this week?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm old school. I was sort of hyped up by it. I mean, some people I've talked to some people and they say, but me, I was hyped up about it. Now, you and I disagree on some things. Like we disagree on the beards.
Let him have the beard. Let him have the beard. Let him have the beard. Let him have the beard, dude.
I don't know, man.
There's
I
no
like it.
chemical. You can't use it. Like, when was the last time we've used chemical
Even
weapons?
then, it's like a small thing. It's such a small thing. Why have a beard? Like, to me, even though Grant had a beard,
Bring back shining boots.
no, I don't want to.
Oh.
Boots. No.
Bring back starched uniforms.
I didn't mind that neither. Now the boots, I'll say, yeah, I never had any of that. I always had shine boots. That uniform that I had the whole time I was in was starched, shined, no beards. It threw me off when I seen beards. I thought everybody was special forces.
There's some of the people that would be Meal Team 6.
meal team.
Yeah, I liked it. The only thing that's bothering, like, I can watch that and I can understand because I live that life and I know what they're talking about in terms of the bureaucracy BS that is thrown. The military always seems to be a testing ground for social constructs to use for the greater commonwealth, and it's tiresome because those folks' job is to fight and win nations' wars.
That's
not
right.
all
Right.
this other stuff and all of this training. It's like, look, there's a standard, meet it. Our job is to inflict as much damage as we can on our enemy and then roll home, you know? So what's really chapping me right now is all these people are saying, the generals didn't clap or cheer. Well, guess what, Bubba? In a meeting like that, you don't. You sit down and you listen. Period.
Right. Yeah, as far as the meeting, I thought it went. That's like when you join the military. If you join for like why I joined, like you want like that would have totally set me off. Like I would have been ready to kill, and I think that's where they're trying to get to. Like our enemies right now are not playing. Their militaries do not play. We got to get there, dude. We can't be soft. We can't be running around in dresses. Trying to appease everyone. You cannot appease everyone.
Consideration of others training, posh training, all this online training. Like, look, the bottom line is when I was in, and I wasn't like when he said bring it back to the 90 standards, that's when I joined. I was scared to death to go to basic training, but at the same time, I was measuring myself as a young man.
Right.
And I was prideful when I graduated because I've completed something some people can't.
Right. And you went with a lot of people that didn't. Man, I remember hearing boo-hooing down the hall.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember a dude that got kicked out. He would not get his teeth pulled. The military was going to do that free of charge. They were going to pull every tooth in his mouth. Like, they were going to hook my man up for free. His teeth were green.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. He got the funny thing about that is when you're going through basic and people are quitting, normally they have to stay. Mm-hmm. So you'll see them out there like mowing the grass and stuff.
While you're training.
You're training.
Yep.
And then when you leave, sometimes they're left behind.
They're stuck waiting to clear. Yep.
And I wonder in their minds, do they think like, hey, maybe I should have toughed it out, or maybe they couldn't have toughed it out. It isn't for everybody.
If you look at it, like we would get annual training guidance and we added it up one year. There was over 380 days worth of training. If you did everything, that's all you would do is this training, this ridiculous training. So you had to do, you'd have to do trainings concurrently. Like I'm going to go to the field and while I'm fighting in the warfighters, we're going to take an hour and do sexual, harassment, assault prevention training.
Miss that training.
But you'd have to do it like you just couldn't concentrate on your warfighting skills. You always had to bring in this, all right, everybody stop, pause X, come on in, we're going to do this training. And then you do an hour of training and then, all right, game back on. It's ridiculous. So I applaud them. For all the people that didn't understand it, talk to a veteran. They've been there. All veterans knew exactly what he was talking about. That's where we wanted to go. I think it was a great speech. I think that's exactly where we need to be. It's probably like 5% of that speech I didn't agree with, but the other 95%, 100%. 100%.
And we're about to get off the subject,
Yep.
I know. But let me tell you this. From the last podcast, we lost over 1,000 followers on the last podcast because we mentioned Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
It's free speech. Like, I mean, you can leave us all you want, but all we were doing, we didn't say anything derogatory on either side. We just supported someone that they wanted to speak their mind. You should not get killed for that. And I think we said that on that podcast.
But there was no political statements made.
No.
It was more of addressing our condolences to the family.
Right.
Expressing how what sorrow would feel like for his group and how it affected us as a whole. So for the 1,000 people that follow, ain't gonna miss you.
Yeah. And if you watch his wife's speech, man, I mean, there was one spot
Massive.
in there. One spot, dude, where I was listening on the radio in the car and I was listening live and she said, I forgive that man.
Dude.
Crazy, dude.
That
Crazy. That hit me, dude.
If that didn't hit you, I don't think you have a soul.
Yeah, I haven't teared up in a while ever since I had hemorrhoids last summer.
I remember.
That hit me. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
tears. That was rough.
No, for real. And then it hit my feed, and every time, like, my God.
Yeah. That's a good Christian lady right there.
I don't know that they keep saying that there's been more downloaded, like all the artists that played at his memorial were all top downloads. There could be a revival. There's been 4 revivals in the United States in the past 100 years. And they were just talking about this is probably going to be number 5. So I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. Mm-mm.
But
we need some Jesus.
You ain't lying, man. I'm telling you, though, the thing that concerns me, though, is if you look at I was listening to another podcast, and like, if you look at, us ultimately heading towards, a clash of ideologies in the United States.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have an off ramp to say, no, this is not the way we're going to go, because the nation as a whole should have came down, like everybody across the board. Nothing good came of that. Nothing good. And it wasn't denounced across the leadership. Like there was people that were actively celebrating this.
Yep.
And they should be ashamed of themselves, because I'm telling you, if the tables were turned, all hell would be breaking
man,
loose
there would
right
be
now.
riots in the street.
Yep. all hell would be breaking loose. So I'm telling you, if you are an influential leader within your community, whatever your political leanings are, like that's not tolerated. I mean, it's just not.
What about those Clemson Tigers? Oh, my boss is a Clemson Tiger.
Oh, okay.
Am I skipping?
No, you're doing just fine. But this is where we got Mike. We brought Mike in. Mike is a pastime hobbyist. He is a sports analyst. He loves getting into the weeds.
He watches
everything.
every sport. Every sport. This dude watches volleyball. He watches. If it's got a Gamecock, he watches it. Before he was a Gamecocks fan, he was a Cock fan.
No.
That came off quick.
Yeah, he was a little quick. He was a little quick there.
So, Mike, what's so we look at, in South Carolina we got an ACC representative in Clemson, and then a SEC representative in the Gamecocks. Usually the two most teams that most people follow. And then South Carolina, was it South Carolina University? What's that?
Coastal Carolina.
Coastal's another one, but those are the two, like, the big ones. Both teams are not performing well this year. I think the Gamecocks came in. They were ranked number 11th at the start of the season. I want to say Clemson was 9.
Clemson was in the top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of them are ranked.
No.
What's happening?
Well, I think it's I think people going into the season, they rank you based on your past season.
Yeah.
Problem is, half those people left,
Yeah.
especially with the transfer portal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a whole separate discussion. But I mean, I think rankings, I don't think they should be out until at least midseason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's look at this year. So LSU got a ranked win against Clemson because they were ranked when they played them. But to me, you need to look at the rankings at the end of the season and say, okay, was that a ranked win? Or are they still ranked?
Yeah.
Did they deserve it? Because Clemson, we're sitting there 2-3 right now. Barely eked out against Troy.
Yeah.
Beat a bad UNC team.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, I don't mean to change the subject, but talking about UNC, what about my man? You think Belichick's he's just having too much sex, dude? It's
Bro, he's popping them pills, son.
them pills would be pop, dude. I would be popping them. I'm popping them anyway, and I'll never have sex.
Oh my God. Like, there was a clip of she came down and it was like it was almost like a child. She like needed money to go get a concession. So she comes up and blah, 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 blah. Reaches his
Oh
wallet, gets her
no, I did not see
off
that.
she goes.
Oh, that's not good. That's true.
It's true.
Oh man, I didn't see that. Oh,
Daddy, I want some nachos. I forgot my money.
sounds like the last time Mike and I went to a Gamecock game. I was like, Mike, can I please borrow some money so I can get some nachos? Yeah, Clip, but you're gonna have to pay me later.
Yeah, I think I haven't watched much of the Clemson games, but boy, I've been on the South Carolina games, and it just seems like I tend to think that their head was big. Like they thought, oh, we're 11th in the nation. People are going to just roll over to us. And then about after the third game, somebody needed to go remind them that maybe that was their ranking. But then it was like, dude, we're not the number 11th team in the nation. And there's the traditional teams that are usually like juggernauts are not doing
it's a
well.
it's a rough year. You think that's NIL, Mike? What do you think?
A little bit maybe, but I mean, I just think that, people have a tendency to rank those same teams in the top 10. I mean, let's look at it. Notre Dame,
Yeah,
they have 2 losses. They're a perennial team who's always in the top 10.
yeah.
Who else we got? Clemson's been there for a while too. They're not top 10.
Georgia, I think, is doing pretty good.
Georgia is.
Yeah,
What about Vandy, dude? Vandy sort of came out of they're
Vandy,
playing,
yeah.
dude. Now they lost this weekend.
They lost yesterday. I think, I like Vandy. I think Pavia, though, I think he was getting a little too big for his britches there. So I think yesterday brought him down to reality a little bit. I think he, if you watch the game, he threw a pick that probably shouldn't have even thrown the ball there. So, I like him, but I think he needs to jump back down to reality.
Do you think the portal, like these coaches, are so used to building like a legacy program, and now it's more built to win right now? It's not built. It's not. I don't think the program's meant to build these legacy 4-year, 5-year teams, it's like you gotta plan for the year.
Yeah.
That's how I think it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, Clemson's the prime example. Dabo refuses to change.
Yeah.
Their fans don't like him because he does not like the NIL portal. But if he does not change, he may be out of there soon.
Didn't he say a speech about something about like they could let me go, and what did he say?
Yeah, he said they can let me go tomorrow, and I'll go find another job. I'm not going to go to the beach or something. So
Yeah, but he was like, well, I got a 62% winning record. Like he went through and was like justifying his existence, and like I got all these wins, but now he's not winning because the system that he's playing in is completely different than what he's used to, and he hasn't evolved with it yet.
Yeah, and you're seeing that now. I mean, I don't know how the rest of their season's going to go, but they beat UNC yesterday. I mean, I'm not going to put too much stock into that.
Mm-hmm.
It was UNC. I mean,
Yeah, Belichick. I don't know if this dude's got his mind on football, dude. I don't know. All I can think about is that, like, what? Hang on, dude. Like, she's like what, 27?
I don't even think she's that.
Could you hold a conversation with her? You think?
Like, that's not one generation separate. That's generational separate. Like, I think is he a boomer or is he a Gen X?
He's old. No, he's boomer, dude. Right? He's like 70, right?
or pretty close.
Yeah, so he'd be a boomer and she's Gen Z.
Yeah.
So
dude,
no Gen X, no
she's
millennial.
Throwing it on my man. God. Bill's just laying there. Like Robert Kraft at the massage parlor. Remember? That damn Patriots team, boy, they was getting it going on, dude. Oh, man. Hey, man, more power to you, Bill. I love you, buddy.
His girl's over there doing 6'7", and
wait a minute. What does this mean? What does 6'7" mean?
It's like a video that from like last year talking about somebody who's 6'7", and that's what everybody does now, 6'7".
I thought it went deeper than that. It doesn't?
No, it's not.
Oh, I thought it was like, do I want a 6 or do I want a 7? Like, I prefer 8.
Well,
I think she took it literally though. She found somebody about 67, and she's I'm gonna do
so
this.
it's like, no, like that's what you want their income to be, not their age. Oh man,
6'7", damn.
Now Mike's also an educator, so I don't know if you saw this, but there was some news that
oh yeah,
dude, this is taking me back. This show is coming back.
I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
Dude, I watch this show all the time when I was a kid.
I remember watching it when I was a kid. Now, Mike, you're a little younger than us. How about you?
We watched a little bit when I was in school.
Yeah, this was before. This is where LeVar Burton made his name. Like, this was before he got on Star Trek.
Well, and that's surprising too, because at that time it was sort of, you didn't see a black guy as like a main
right to race.
guy. Well, I mean, that was significant at the time. It might not be significant to you, you racist, but it was to me. Like, you didn't see many black guys. Well, actually, I've been watching Sanford and Son reruns constantly, but
I'm glad to see it back. I think that, like, we just need to roll it back a little bit. What do you think? Is that something you think they're going to show in the education? Like, how do you guys teach? Like, do you guys have subscriptions where you can show kids things, or?
Probably not. They're probably not going to do that. They are so focused on standardized testing and all that other stuff. We will probably not even deal with that.
You guys, do you have any leeway to like go off and teach things that you know they need to learn versus what the syllabus is telling you what they have to learn?
A little bit. But they're still, kind of, you can't go too far off.
Hey, one thing that was sort of surprising, like they think they figured out autism. Like,
all that,
we didn't have that on our thing, but that's crazy, dude. Do you know, like, and I don't know the straight up statistics because our producer's not here with us because he's downstairs playing video games. I think it was like 1 in 31 kids has autism now. And it used to be like 1 in 10,000 and 1 in 20,000. So it's got to be something we're doing.
I really like the idea of over immunization and looking at that. Like I was over immunized and I have the worst allergies ever. I never had allergies until I joined. And it was because I got immunized for rabies. I got immunized for Japanese encephalitis. I got immunized for Hep A, B, and C. I got immunized for smallpox. Do you know what the likelihood of me seeing any of that is?
I didn't get any of that. I think you slept with Japanese dogs.
No. No. You're a donut.
You donut.
No, but I think that like now, and then they would lose your shot records and you'd start over again. Like you would get, what was my favorite? Anthrax.
I remember that.
Did you know there's an immunization for anthrax? It's a 6 series shot. You get the shot and the next 2 hours later, you're just twitching, phantom twitching. Don't know why. And then they're like, oh, well, you're going to deploy. There might be this thing, or you're going into this region. Now you need to get smallpox, which is a live virus, which hurts and that's like you have to sign a record because it says you can transmit this to people in your house. Like you're getting the immunization, but you can actually give the person in your house smallpox. You can't shower with them. Use a different shower for like 7 days. You have to keep it covered. Don't get it wet. And then you see it fester. Festers up. And then big old scab. Don't pull off the scab. And then eventually it falls off and then you're immunized.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Horrible. And then you go anywhere and you're sneezing. You can't sleep because you're stuffed. And you're like, well, let me go to the allergy clinic. I went to the allergy clinic, did the big test. And, they do your back and your arms and stuff. And like, if it welts up, then, you're allergic to it. So after the test, I went to the doctor. I was like, well, how bad is it? He's like, it's easier for me to tell you what you're not allergic to versus than what you are. Cause you're allergic to everything.
And we used to not give a shit.
Like I'm allergic to dogs. I've had dogs my whole life. I'm allergic to eggs. I eat eggs all the time. Nuts. Love them.
Yeah, I knew you loved nuts, dude. You'll fight through anything. You'll fight through anything to get those nuts. I'm down.
Give them to me.
All right, so okay, here we go. Let's get back.
Yep.
Where we at, Mike? Gamecocks. What's the rest of the season look like?
It's gonna be rough, y'all. The rest of the season, we got LSU next at LSU. Tough one on a Saturday night. Then we come back home.
What's the over under on that?
We are like double-digit underdogs right now.
God.
Damn.
Dude. I think we lost playoff spot after week 3.
I don't think we lost it yet, but
we're going to have to blow out the rest of the year.
We're going to have to pretty much run the table.
Yeah.
Because then you got LSU, then you got come back home, play Oklahoma. Then we got Bama right after them at home.
Now Bama, they look good this weekend, but they've also stepped off a little bit.
Yeah, but they're hitting it right now. So,
well, I gotta let me test Mike's knowledge here of some of the stats for Clemson versus Gamecock. All right, here we are with the game show portion of the show with Mike Morgan. What do you think Clemson's win percentage of all time is? Is it 70%, 68%, 62%, or 58%?
Are we talking about just football?
Yep, just football.
I'm going to go with 70.
Yeah.
Wrong. I need my buzzer. Oh, hold on. I need to get the... There we go. That's your...
But I mean... He didn't overstate though.
No, it's 62.4%. What do you think their win record is versus the Gamecocks all time? I like this music.
Win record?
Yeah. Clemson versus Carolina. What's Clemson's win percentage over Carolina? Like they win X amount of percent of the time.
I'm going to go with 65%.
That's close. 51.3. Oh, no. He's our all time 62.4.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, pretty close.
I didn't even know it was one of the oldest rivalries ever, like out of everything. Like it's an old rivalry. So Mike, all that hate he has in his heart, like it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
He's got that deep South Carolina hate in him.
Yeah. What a blood drive.
That's the only thing the Gamecocks win versus them.
No. We've won 6-1 in the Palmetto series.
Okay, Palmetto series.
6-1.
We're 6-1, and that's taking all sports.
Yes.
Which Mike goes to all sports. This dude like watches every game, every place. He has nothing else to do. His wife doesn't want him at the house, so he has to be
true.
out there. Yeah. So
If we played Clemson and checkers, I would be there.
Well, that's not bad. Good guesses, Mike. He knows his sports. I ain't gonna lie.
hey, he's also a damn Steelers fan, which sucks. How's y'all's record this year with the Steelers? Oh, they got Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's up with that?
We'll see. I'm optimistic right now, but we still have a long way to go.
What's your record?
3-1.
Okay, so you're winning. We suck, dude. We suck so bad. My Titans suck. We won today, but the whole rest of the season, dude.
I had a heartbreaker today.
Yeah, your
Straight
game
up
was rough.
heartbreaker.
Your game was rough.
Sam Darnold had a 149 passer rating until that last interception, which killed it. It was a good game to watch, though. It was back and forth.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Well, did your Titans win, or did the Cardinals more just decide they want to give it to them? Because I don't know how much credit you give to your team versus the dummy who was crossing the goal line and couldn't hold the ball.
That was a terrible mistake. But I think 10 years from now, when you look at W's and L's, you look at the W's, man. We suck. They're going to say we suck, but there's some news.
No, I thought you were just going off. So I was like, yo, you need some music to go with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we suck. That's all the news I have.
Well, that guy who didn't hold on to the ball, I think he'll be on the unemployment line tomorrow, maybe.
You think they'll get rid of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, dude. I don't know how.
That changed the game.
It really-
I mean, you're going up by about 3 touchdowns then.
Yeah.
Instead of 2. Yeah, he's got to be gone.
Imagine that poor guy living his dream.
Couldn't wait to celebrate, though, and he couldn't get across the goal line.
Hey, coach, you needed to see me after the game?
Yes.
What's up?
When you were about to cross the goal line and you let the ball go and get punched out?
It happens, man. I'm sorry. I was trying to protect the ball, coach. I wanted to get the win. I wanted it.
You've played football your whole life. Mm-hmm. I'm about to end your dreams. You're out of a job, buddy.
But what about my wife and my kids? What are they going to do?
The NFL is a business. We could give a crap about your wife and your family. We're going to the next player because you are an ignoramus.
Well, coach, they didn't give me that word in college, but is the Chevy dealership hiring?
I played in the NFL. Buy Chevy.
The Chevy dealership, he couldn't hold on to the keys then.
Oh, God.
Oh,
He'd still drop the keys.
Mike never stops. Mike will go in the dealership to buy a car. He's like, were you the guy that lost the ball on the 1 yard line?
Speaking of NFL, man, did you see that Mark Sanchez got stabbed? Mike, did you hear about that?
I did.
Damn, dude, what happened?
Oh,
late breaking news.
Mark Sanchez, former NFL quarterback. Didn't he play for, he was
The Jets?
Jets?
The Jets, yeah.
And then he went somewhere else too. He just recently retired, right? A couple years ago?
He was supposed to be a commentator for one of the networks.
Ooh.
I guess not anymore.
No. Yeah. But he's doing well.
Well, he couldn't hold water.
He's doing well.
He's stabbed.
I think he got arrested though.
You got to, yeah. Could you imagine that?
It's like here, I'm trying to recover. Excuse me, sir, you're under arrest.
So he got stabbed and they arrested him?
Yeah, I think he got stabbed because of something he did, and then I don't know the whole story. But
Crazy.
Hello, I'm Detective Smith. Do you have a Mr. Sanchez here?
He's all stabbed up. He's got holes everywhere.
He's in that room over there. Mr. Sanchez? Come in. Oh, God. What happened? Oh, mistakes were made. I'm a victim. That could be true, but...
Clink. Clink.
Get some cuffs on him. Oh, poor guy.
what happens if I need to use the restroom? Well, you got to ask somebody.
You're going to have to go out of that hole in your side. What about the Super Bowl this year? Like, so every year, the Super Bowl is a big, huge event.
Mm-hmm.
But the halftime is also a big, huge event. Bad Bunny. What do you think?
I don't have a feeling either way because so the only experience I have with Bad Bunny is his portrayal of a caddy in Happy Gilmore 2.
Which was awesome. I enjoyed it.
I don't know his music. The only thing I heard is he doesn't have any English songs. So I don't know how that's going to fly in the stadium.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a guy named Marshmallow. I don't even know what that is.
Sounds like another name I could have as a nickname.
Question for you. Let's start out. What was your top 2 favorite halftime shows?
I don't really have any. The halftime show is my chance to go to the bathroom, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the halftime show.
Mike's one of those.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care who's performing halftime. Just get it over so we can keep the game going.
Listen. Michael Jackson,
Okay.
Prince.
Didn't Michael Jackson one where he went out there for like 10 minutes and didn't do anything?
No, man. Michael Jackson, like they were outside. Like this is when they had the outside, and like he popped up on one side of the stadium, and it was probably a lookalike. Then he popped up on the other side, and it was like a bunch of Michael Jacksons popping up all over the stadium, and then he rocked it.
Were kids running away like crazy?
No, Mike had something. He could lure kids in. He could lure them in, dog.
He'd be sneaking up behind him.
And then Mike got a Michael Jackson impression. Prince, and then I really enjoyed the Snoop Dogg,
That's
Dr.
one of my favorite.
Dre,
Yep.
Eminem.
Yep, that was good.
50, even though when 50 was laying upside down, he looked a little more like me. It's like all of his shit was like draining down. Yeah, he's like hanging there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I like that one. Don't judge me. I liked the Katy Perry one. I think that was probably I said don't judge. Judge you over here. I thought the Katy Perry one was good.
I'm not judging.
I will tell you though that what was the one, the Jennifer Lopez and Shakira one, I didn't even make it to. That was you came over that year. That's when we were drinking wine from that winery from Alaska. We got a case of wine from this winery, shipped it down. We had a wine tasting. We're trying to be metropolitan sophisticates for this Super Bowl. By halftime show, everybody was out. Everybody.
Yeah, I prefer to drink vodka.
No, yeah, no, yeah.
Vodka and beer, dog. You don't get a body like this off of wine.
That takes effort.
Yeah, you got
Consistency effort right there. Government shutdown. Have you been seeing this?
What does it affect you?
No, it doesn't affect me. I know one of the friends of the show, like I think James might be getting furloughed. It didn't affect a couple other people that I know. But I think that like here's what I don't get. If you have a clean CR, if anybody's not tracking, CR is continuing resolution, where basically there's no wish lists in there. It's just saying, hey, we're taking what we got until we get the bill done. We're not adding anything to it. We're just extending the time. That's what they mean by it's a clean CR. They're not asking. And when the other side says, no, we're not going to sign this because we want to add these things, you must agree to these following things for us to sign it.
Right.
And then turn around and blame the other side for not agreeing to it.
Right.
Like my TikTok has been, and And I don't tend to go on TikTok left. I'm never on that side of TikTok, but I've had more Senator Warren, Cory Booker, I have seen every one of those guys this week talking about how it's a Republican shutdown. And, I just go right to the comments, and I'm glad that, most people can see through it. Like you could see in the comments, they're like, no, guy, we know what's going on. We know what's going on. Nice putt, Bob. So I hope they figured out soon. I heard that three Democrats already broke ranks. I will tell you, shocker though, Fetterman, man, I was really upset when he got elected. Like he was,
Yeah.
really upset because I think he just got done having a stroke. And
Yeah, he couldn't really speak right.
Yeah.
I couldn't even understand.
And I'll be like, how are you going to affect crime? And he'd be like, pasta, 7-Eleven,
Right.
Tuesday at 12. And you're like, okay. But like, he's the type of guy that they kind of need to look at. Like, if they're looking for, like, that's a guy where you can sit down and have a conversation with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's moderate. I like him. I like him now. Just like Bill Maher, guy I used to never follow and track. Like, he's more common sense to me now. But how about you? What's your thoughts?
No, I agree. Fetterman moved over, and I go both ways on politics. I'm not totally conservative. I have liberal views also, but when it comes to fiscal responsibility, I don't think we should pay for surgeries. I don't think we should have illegal immigrants when we have a line of people that want to do it the right way. Wait your turn, and we'll accept you. Mm-hmm. And I have family members in the past that were married to illegals, and I still believe that. But I don't know, Mike. What do you think?
Well, first off, I think it's
shit.
I think both the Republicans and the Democrats are both just pointing fingers at each other instead of just trying to find a productive resolution, and that's kind of sickening. Be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem. I mean, and then the fact that they're both getting paid, both parties getting paid while this is going on. That's another problem.
Irks me.
Yeah, I mean, you got all these people that won't get paid, but they won't. They're just going to point fingers at each other. I mean, that's just ridiculous to me. I don't understand that. But what? There's a lot of those people who are really far right or far left. They're going to be pointing fingers and like, it's their fault. It's their fault. No, it's both of their faults because y'all neither of y'all want to try to come to the table and find a resolution.
Yeah.
It's got to be far right or far left. No, find somewhere in the middle.
That is a point that's been brought up, is some of the people left Capitol Hill, and it's like, no, dude, and I'm with you 100%, Mike. I think if you shut down the government, you no longer getting paid.
Right.
Like when you have so much like benefits that people need, and you go out on a limb and say, I'm going to make it harder on the citizen, but they do it in the name of a righteous fight. Like, dude, that ain't the time to do that. That's when you go in there and you have debates on the next bill, and you sit there and you try to sway the other side. But and this is what I was talking about, that on-ramp, right? We're so polarized right now that not a lot of people want to cross out. Some people do, both sides, but not to the point where it's like, hey, let's sit down and figure this out. And then they go on TikTok and gaslight the shit out of each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. I need to get that. I need to get my. They go on TikTok and they censor the out of each other.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I mean, how do you shut down government? I mean, there's so many components of government. I mean.
So it doesn't.
I mean, it's kind of a oxymoron. It's not really shut down, but I mean, certain things shut down. I mean, maybe we just go into our jobs marks. We're going to go into a shutdown. We can't agree on this.
Yeah, like at the like state government, it affects like any type of federal funding being received from the state. The federal funding continues, but then the access to the federal programs is gone. So you can't ask questions, you can't submit paperwork, you can't do anything. So it does affect the state and local folks. if they don't have it in the CR, that they could do an emergency. Like right now, the executive branch has all the power, so they do the triage on figuring out what must get paid. So like Department of Defense, that's a no-brainer. That will continue to get paid. But instead of having everything figured out like the lawmakers have, like the executive branch now needs to go line by line and figure out what is essential to keep moving. I think it's just a selfish move. It's a selfish move on both. It's just selfish. It's like, dude, like it ain't great to, it's tough living in America. Like it's a struggle. You got to grind. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And when you just make it that much harder, it's like,
it's where our society is right now, though.
yeah,
We're just that's where we are. People don't accept each other's opinions, and they don't want to hear each other out.
no, I've had, have you had good, I've had one good dialogue. So I've been more, courageous in letting people know where kind of I sit and my views. And I've had, 2 conversations since. I've had one that was person walked away, and then one I had like genuine good dialogue with, where we just agreed to disagree. We disagreed agreeably. Where I'm like, okay, I understand, but I don't agree with you.
That's good. I mean, you're not always going to agree, as long as you don't have to take it like it's a personal attack.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that's the problem. We can't talk about anything. It's sort of like losing 1,000 people just because we express like somebody being shot. Like why can't we just talk? Like, my son sent me a message today I didn't agree with. I told him I thought it was false, and he's like, "Oh, I was wondering." Do your research, know your stuff before you just blast stuff out.
Well, that's the problem. Everybody gets their news from TikTok and Instagram and all these other.
well, there's not
really reliable sources.
I don't think, like, I was telling somebody asked me, like, where do you get your news from? Fox? I'm like, no, I listen to the BBC a lot. You want to know why? Those folks have no really vested interest they just report on, and they were like, and the way they report is like, here they go again.
Yeah.
Here's what these buffoons over there are doing. But, at the same time, they're dealing with some of the same problems. But, it's like, God, Jesus, dude, come on, man. I think that, like, if you can't figure out, like, their whole job purpose is to make a budget, to pass laws and make a budget. That is their only function.
Right.
And if you can't do, like, if you were at your work and your boss said, hey, I need a budget for the next year on your project area, and it shows up and you're like, I don't have it done.
Nope.
Guess what, buddy? You're fired.
Yeah.
I'll find somebody that can get it done.
I'm not going to do it, boss.
I wish we could fire all them in Washington.
I do too, man. I think, man, term limits. I say that so much.
Yeah.
Term limits, term limit, term limits.
Yeah. Who was that one that was like in a retirement home in hospice and was voting proxy?
True story.
Who was that? I can't remember.
I forget which one it was. It was a Republican. Yeah.
Oh, I got
what's the dude that locked up? There was one that locked up too. He's like,
oh, that's old boy from Kentucky. McConnell.
oh yeah.
That was Mitch McConnell. Yeah, where he was like, oh, we said,
Sir,
and then
are
somebody
you okay?
grabbed his
Yeah, sir, are you okay? Sir, say like lead him away. Yeah, come on, dude. 8. I would say 8 years. 8 years, you're out. I think
dude,
8 years.
no more. If the president can only do 8, that's the max.
man. Let's do it.
That's
8
the max.
years.
And I think like these programs are needed. Like, for example, like, the shooting that happened in Utah, right, with this veteran. This dude got shot in the head and then was treated, tried to live somewhat of a normal life. He even had a boat that said headshot. He named it Headshot. But he was a prime example of how, like, we could get better at treating veterans that are dealing with post-traumatic stress. Because I don't care, dude. Every time he looked in the mirror, he had to relive that. You know what I mean? His battles were not only internal, but he was reminded every day about it by looking in the mirror.
Right.
And where's all the cry for help for these guys? It's something else. I could go on and on and on about it, but
Hey, there's one more thing before we leave. I was talking to Mike earlier on the phone,
Yeah.
and he was talking about HOA.
Dude.
Now, I know you deal with a tough HOA. Mike, what's up with the HOA?
Man, I hate my HOAs. I hate them. They have no standards. I mean, we have trees in our neighborhood that are overhanging the sidewalks. You'd be a hobbit to get under them.
Oh, so might I? Do they update you all yearly on what they're spending the money on?
No, they don't. They don't give us anything. They just half the time they don't even ask us for input. They just start spending money.
Does your neighborhood own the HOA, or is it still under the builder?
It's still under the builder, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
They keep building stuff. Like Mike's pissed because they built these townhomes that my brother-in-law stays in.
But they want to add it to our neighborhood, though. That's not our neighborhood.
Hey, that's your neighbor. Y'all are friends. Y'all go watch baseball games together. Now y'all are neighbors.
Yeah, y'all could go to the same community center, skinny dip together in that pool, do whatever y'all do.
Well, I've not been in the pool this whole year. I don't care if they fill the thing in with concrete. I don't care.
Yeah,
Dude, our HOA is like $70 a year. We have like a park. We have the best neighborhood ever.
We pay $120 quarterly. These people don't do anything.
$120
Quarterly.
I thought. Oh yeah. That makes sense.
I'll help you. So it's 120,
It's
and then
four-
you put the 4 down here, and then you hit the times. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times
It's four.
2
That's
is
480 for you people.
480. There you go. That's how you do that.
Okay, but
They
y'all got a
didn't
pool.
teach him that in Georgia schools, so you know.
Hey, University
and-
of Phoenix.
And apparently, you know, he didn't pay attention during all those reading rainbow lessons.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, you remind me of that Theo Vommer's like, hey, what math did you take? You're like, I just took a couple of them. Which one? Just took a couple of them.
them things.
Yeah.
That dude's funny, man. I enjoy him. So I know you are very outspoken. You write the governor. You write all these cats. Tell us one story of someone that answered you back a sort of kickback and pissed you off. Do you have anything?
No, not really.
Everybody just says, yeah.
Have you ever had a response from any of the correspondence that you send up?
Because you hate McMaster, right?
Yeah, he's terrible for education. But I don't like Ellen Weaver either, though.
Yeah.
Our state superintendent of education.
You answer this if you want to. What are your thoughts on the possible dismantling of the Department of Education?
There are some pros in it. I mean, I think from what I hear, we're not necessarily going to lose complete funding. It's just going to come in a different way.
Correct.
And, you know, maybe that'll allow us to get rid of some standardized testing, you know, that we're having funding tied to right now.
So when you say this, and I hear you say this all the time, what is the problem with standardized testing?
There's too much of it. We're testing like, you know, a month or so out of the year. I mean, we have to do benchmark tests. We're doing end of the year tests. We're just preparing for these tests, but these tests don't prepare them for life.
Right. That's what I was sort of feeling.
Let me ask you. So we'll just talk about a random subject. Okay, we'll talk about either social studies or science. Do you remember everything you took on those tests when you were younger?
I don't remember I don't remember doing any tests ever in either subject.
Exactly. So that's my point. So things like that don't necessarily have, you know, any daily application. They're wasting time taking those tests and they don't remember any of it. Mm-hmm. As opposed to maybe a project-based learning that you could be doing that might be more applicable, might be more memorable.
That would probably be, that would definitely set you up for business because we have projects all the time.
I mean, reading and math are different because, you know, you're going to do some reading. You know, if you don't know what to read, you're not going to go to a restaurant and read the menu. Mm-hmm. Math, you still need to, you'll be using basic math, you know. But yeah, just more project-based stuff is going to be better. I mean, right now it's like if it's not A, B, C, or D, a lot of people have trouble answering those questions. Mm-hmm. If it requires application, it requires going back to read, to go back, if it requires work. Mm-hmm. And that poses a problem as we look towards the future and some of these people graduate and enter the workforce.
No, that's true. Like, I I ran in across a person that was coming in for an interview the other day, and they said, I was like, how'd the interview go? And they're like, oh, I don't know, because I told them I really don't function working 40 hours very well. And then they said, because I have long COVID. And I was like, what do you mean? So and this is where we're going to have to suffer this impact from the shutdowns. They were like, during that really crucial developmental time of like 14 to 17, when you're developing your work ethics, if nothing's much expected of you and you can get away with, murder in terms of, just show up and you're probably going to pass. When you get out into the real world, it's going to be a shocker when it's like, you will be here at 8:00. You will, can I come in at 9? I'm really not at my top form till 10:30. Is that okay? No. And then and I agree with you, Mike, because, I have a lot of daughters that are in that group and have gone through it. And I found it so incumbent on myself to teach them, like right now I'm dealing with, I have a daughter that's incredibly educated and has all these qualifications. Guess what? Nobody told her in college to be like, look, you will qualify for a lot of jobs academically. You will not qualify for a lot of jobs because you don't have experience. Mm-hmm. And so I think that the theory is, even out of high school, is that, oh, I can get a job relatively easy, when actually, no. It's going to be another, that's your next grind, is just getting your foot in the door somewhere and starting your career that way.
Getting your experience.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, or even just teaching kids taxes. Why don't they teach kids how to do, like seniors? All right, this is how you do your taxes, man.
Exactly. I mean, we could be doing so much more life skills in schools, and should be.
Yeah. From what I've read, that and I've had many discussions with my oldest daughter, who's very much tied into this, is that the system would no longer be so under grant funding. If you have a federal grant, you have a lot of benchmarks that you have to make, and it's very prescriptive on how you spend that money. You must spend X amount for this program and receive this result. And, however many, 6, 7, or 8. Under the new system, it would be what they call a block grant, which means we're not going to prescribe you anything. We're still going to give you the money, but your state can spend it as you see fit for your state specific needs. So that would hopefully open up the ability to be like, hey, we don't need to do standard, because I'm sure you've taught in several different schools. Do you think that, the what do I want to say here? One shoe fits all for schools in terms of education, or do you have to have a tailored education plan for kind of each school based off of maybe demographic or urban versus rural?
No, you definitely know your clientele. You need to know your demographics and know where every school is going to be a little different. Everywhere's going to be not going to be the same. And just like, education needs to be more individualized. We can't just expect everybody to take one test and compare them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then what does that test use? That's what you report up on how we're doing as a state, right? This is where we see.
Yeah, but and your next problem though is you want to hold people accountable, staff members and stuff, but we keep passing kids along from year to year and they're not passing classes.
Yeah.
And see, that's your next problem. You expect them to learn the next year when the previous year they didn't learn all the stuff they were supposed to. So accountability is not happening.
So there's no fear of failure in the education system.
No.
That's crazy.
There's none. I mean, and that's the problem. I mean, I guess during the COVID year, if you wanted to pass along, then okay, fine, But after then, you got to get back to, when we were in school, we were all in school, if we didn't pass, we got held back.
I failed the 7th grade.
Dude, I had to do an extra class. I did not graduate on time because I did not meet the requirements, and I had to take one class for one semester.
Ew.
Yep. I was what they called a super senior. Oh, back again.
Loser. Nobody knew I was a loser because I failed in 7th grade. Yeah. And I was actually very smart in the 7th grade.
But they just didn't pencil whip me to,
right.
kick me out the door. They're like, oh, we'll see you next year, buddy.
Yeah, but we're so caught up on people's feelings now. And yes, their feelings might get hurt during the school ages, years, whatever. But if we don't teach them that now, how are they going to react to it when they get to the workforce, when they get fired?
Yeah, what if they're a Steelers fan?
Don't respond to that, Mike, or that cheap shot. But I agree. Like it doesn't give them the basis to start having to internally process adversity.
Yeah, when they get thrown adversity, they're in the real world. They're, oh my gosh, how do I handle
It's a
that?
collapse.
They're like, oh, I'm too fragile. I need to go.
Yeah.
Go do. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this.
It's a collapse. You're absolutely. It's a collapse.
But I mean, we've got to. I mean, stuff's got to change.
I think that if you look at, and I think going back to the Hexa thing, like that's the thing, right? We've been so caught up on feelings and we want you to be happy. And it's like, look, dude, you've enlisted. I don't care. Do you know how many times when I was a young man, how many people asked me if I was happy, if I was satisfied with my job?
If you were
Is my-
heterosexual, right.
And if my work-life balance was good?
Right. Right.
Nobody gave a shit.
That's
like,
what I meant.
Like, they always had this thing like, look on my pay chart. Where does it say I get paid for friendship? It don't.
Right.
And that, but now though, that's all people worry about.
Yeah. No, I think that, hopefully that, as a parent, and Cliff Mike can speak to this, that, you let your kids, like you supervise them, but you give them opportunities to fail and let them experience failure so you can walk them through how to get over it. The typical dust it off, get up, keep going,
Yeah, my kids are very quick to look at me and say, look at you. Anytime I'm telling them like, hey, you need to eat right, they say, look at you. That's all.
But hopefully that if these things go down, that will give I tell my kids all the time, don't be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid. Don't let failure don't play it safe. Go out there, take the chance, fail. If you fail, you learned, get back up, do it again. You learn more. And this is tried and true. And I used to say this all the time when I was in the military is you will learn more from failure than you ever will from success.
That's true.
And so hopefully we can get that back in the military, and hopefully that will second, third effects start going in the government and happening down in the Department of Education. Because I think teachers, I think y'all need to get paid more for the amount of time you spend with our kids. 2, I think the educators need to be uncuffed in terms of what they educate the children within their class. Like you were saying, looking at what their kids need based on what it is. And then this standardized approach just does not, one shoe does not fit. Like the way I talk to you is different than the way I talk to Cliff, and the way that I talk to my wife, and the way that I talk to my kids. I have to use a different approach for each person. One size does not fit all. So I hope you get an opportunity to open up your spectrum in terms of what you can teach your kids in the near future, for sure. At least teach them how to do damn taxes.
Yeah, they got to do them damn taxes.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, what else you got? Anything else? Where are we going? What's the end of the year records? Say it now.
Clemson.
We're writing it down.
Hold on, we're gonna jump straight to the Clemson game. We're gonna go to the last.
I want ending records for both teams.
Ooh.
Somebody that watches, and I can say this guy's watched hundreds and hundreds of games. Football, he's watched thousands of games. He sits out in the rain. He don't give a damn. Mike stays the whole game.
Be losing by 40. He's still standing strong.
Making you sick because you're like, it's raining out here. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care.
Okay, well, I think we'll beat Coastal Carolina down there in November. I'm gonna put Clemson down there too. I'm not sure about we got Oklahoma and Bama.
See, I think we play them tough, dude. We always play them tough. I think.
But this team though, I mean, they have the capability of doing it, but
I think they show up, man.
But it's like, what team's going to show up? Though? That's the problem. Are you going to get the Vandy team, the Missouri team, or are you going to get the Kentucky team? Mm-hmm. And even against Kentucky, you still had some things that were concerning. The secondary is easily susceptible to breakdowns. Mm-hmm. Kentucky shredded us, and they started out quick this game. You thought, oh no, it's going to be another one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
And then is Lenore's going to stay healthy? Because without Lenore's, I I mean, if we go with old boy Doty over there, then we're gonna be in trouble because y'all, this is not a Disney movie. Shane Beamer, anybody, if you're listening, Doty is not your second string quarterback.
It's his last year though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't
Thank
care.
God.
We have Aaron Nolan. We have Cutter Woods. Find somebody else. This is not a Disney movie. We're not here to make you feel good. I know Luke Doty is in his 6th year, and you want him to to come off the bench and make everybody feel good. But y'all, based on what happened against Vanderbilt, that ain't happening. The man needs to, you can put him in at the end of the Coastal game if you feel like we're winning. Go for it. But come on now, we have Aaron Nolan. He came from Ohio State. He's played against better competition. He's had better, competition, all that stuff. So just bring him in. Cutter Woods, maybe, please. Just please. Luke Doty's a great person, but he's just not a great quarterback.
I think we're going 7-4.
Well, we played 12 games.
There's my math off. Damn it.
It'd be 7-5 or 8-4.
I'll do 7-5.
No wonder you didn't graduate high school on time.
I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I'm not gonna give us the win against LSU this weekend at LSU. I don't realistically think that we go into LSU and win there.
I disagree. I think we spoil them.
I would love to, but realistically, as bad as we played against Missouri, who half that stadium was under construction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, LSU's going to have 100,000 up there or so, and I would love for us to win, and I would love to be wrong, but I'm not picking that as a win. But I'll take a split between Bama and Oklahoma.
Okay.
So there's
So
one.
what's he saying? 8-4.
Hold on, what we got? I'll give us. So we got one win there in October, or for the rest of October. Then we got at Ole Miss.
Probably gonna lose that one.
I'm gonna take the win at Ole Miss.
You're gonna tell
Ole Miss is not as good as people give them credit for this year, so I'm gonna give us a win there. But then at A&M, the following, or not the next week, but the week after, because we have a bye week, I'll probably take the loss there because I think A&M's a tough place to play. I'm not sure we win there. Beat Coastal, then we beat Clemson.
7-5.
That'll be 7-5.
What you got? You gonna go off the 7-5?
No, I'll trust Mike. He's smart.
I'm gonna go there right now and
Lock it in.
7-5 though, definitely probably based on what our expectations we're going for in the season, probably makes it a little bit interesting for Beamer in the off season.
What about Clemson? Like, what do they do? Do they turn it around? Like, they beat the snot out of UNC. What do you think?
I expect this. Well, they don't play. I don't know who their schedule is.
Oh.
I don't know who they play specifically. They if they play Florida State, they're probably losing it. I think they play them. They probably lose to them probably.
Well, we'll talk about them in the next. The next show we have will be 2 games down from right now. We'll see. We'll reforecast. So, anything else, Mike? Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Are you having kids?
No.
Okay. I had that.
Are you actively practicing?
Are you?
No, don't answer.
No, don't answer.
Don't answer that. Oh, thanks for another great episode here, guys. Thanks, Mike Morgan, for coming on the show. This is Cliff and Mike, and shout out to one of our. I didn't shout out to 9 Line Wagyu.
Yeah, you got to remember them.
Oh, still eating it. Still loving it.
That is good, man. I don't pay compliments, but that stuff's good. Every time you bring it, it's good.
So check out 9linewagyu.com. They have 20% off first responders and military. Check them out. It is the best. Other than that, another episode in the books. Cliff, what you got?
All right, don't forget 988 Suicide Hotline. Other than that, I have nothing. Thank you, James Lawton, for being James Lawton. And thanks for letting us make fun of you, although we have started making fun of each other also.
With that, we'll see you.
See ya.
Oh, poor James.